just like a broken record, same old songs of accusation play. Like who are you to speak the truth? Just look at all your failures and mistakes. And if they really knew you, there's no way they could love you anyway. Oh, but I will fight the lies with the truth.
Hello, and welcome to the Send Help Podcast, a podcast and a lifeline for moms who are stuck in the trenches of mommyhood, bringing them encouragement through Jesus, laughter, and sisterhood.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so today is the last installment of the Rat Chronicles of Hollywood.
It is. Yeah. Final installment of the Rat Chronicles.
Of Hollywood.
Of Hollywood.
We came up with that also while we were having a
Right.
lot of issues with
We
sound.
were. Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
I'm really hoping that the sound is awesome right now and that it is not crackling, because if it is, I don't know what to do.
I know. I feel a little bit
I'm
like Tim's going to walk
apprehensive.
in here later when he gets home and be like, what did y'all do?
I know. Yeah,
Because we moved the soundboard.
We moved the entire soundboard down, and then we gave ourselves uplighting.
Yeah.
Um.
So we can put all, we can spread our notes out.
Oh
and,
yeah, 'cause
Like we got our
it was-
drinks up here now.
The table was completely
Yeah.
covered, and we were like, we need room.
We need room.
And this is a beautiful table. It's amazing. And we
Yeah.
never get to use it.
So we moved some stuff around and then everything stopped working.
Yeah. So we have been troubleshooting for like the last hour.
It's true. Yeah.
It's fine. It's totally
Man.
fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
Totally. Why is that?
I don't know. That's happening again. So
Lord Jesus, we need a computer that is dedicated for the podcast.
yeah.
We need one that doesn't need to update every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your computer was saying, it's been 4 days since the last
Oh,
update.
it said that for 3 years.
Yeah, I know.
Like it won't update. We tried one time and then it erased the hard drive.
Gosh.
And then
No.
he had to go back and fix that.
Technology.
Yeah, but it still won't update.
This is ridiculous.
Like the computer has never allowed itself to update, and I don't really understand why. But,
what is happening?
I don't know. There's a lag between where it has us and where it
Do we talk
says
too
we
fast? Is that the problem? We're talking too fast for your computer to catch up.
maybe. We're talking too quickly for the computer.
You know what the problem is?
No.
Your computer was made by a dude. It's not made by a woman.
It's true.
And female voices go really fast. We
Yeah.
talk fast. We have a lot to get through, and we got to get it all out
I know.
before Pinkalicious stops playing.
Yes.
And Carson needs more snacks opened.
Yeah.
That's what we
I
need.
pre-opened the snacks.
I know you did.
Every single one of them.
I know it. it.
So
I tell you what, this is going to be this summer. We need everybody to start praying for us now, because
Yeah.
we want this summer to really work.
yeah.
For the Send Help podcast, we want this, like being able to do whatever this is.
Yeah, the video.
Video. That's what this is.
I think
That's
so. I think it's called a video.
Streaming. I don't know, y'all. I've never felt so old
I know.
as I have lately.
I know.
So old.
But I mean, at the basic necessariousness, Melinda, we at least need the
That's what you
laptop
just
to
said.
continue recording
We do.
the audio.
I would be great if we just could have a new laptop that
Yeah.
we could put all the things that we needed on it, and we could
Yes.
do video also,
Yes.
and we could upload.
Was used for
pre-recorded
nothing
video.
else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
That would be.
Lord, be near.
Yes.
501c3, here we come. We need that.
We do.
We really do.
So let's just like fundraise. We can sell something.
Yeah. Yeah, we should.
We can sell
should
something.
fundraise
I don't
for
know.
some new equipment because summertime, and like we're going to have to be able to do this sometime in the evening, and
Yeah.
we're going to have to be able to do remote recording, which means
Yes.
we're both going to need a green screen
Yeah.
because we want it to look professional.
Right.
Because we are stepping up our game. We're
We
not
are.
just two moms with two phones. We are 3 years in.
Two moms with two phones and an old laptop.
We're 3 years in. So, Lord,
Yeah.
take us to the next
Because Mother's
level.
Day was our birthday, right?
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all.
We turned 3.
We turned 3. And we have uplighting.
We do.
That's our celebration. It's uplighting.
Our
Here.
uplighting.
Here, I'm going to.
Just multiplied our Post-its.
Hold on.
We're 3.
You can't see it.
You can't see it, but that's fine.
At all.
It's got a
It says
it's got a 3
3.
on it. Okay.
I totally meant to do it. That was the plan all along.
Oh, yeah.
Was
Yeah.
uplighting and 3.
Man.
I wish I had a marker, not just a flare pen. But flare is where life is. So
It's true.
you have to live with flare
Need more pieces of flair.
and write with flare. Ugh, I love Pieces of Flare. Man, I love that movie.
So good. So funny story about Mother's Day morning.
Tell me about your Mother's Day, because we haven't even discussed your Mother's Day.
I feel like people are gonna stop believing these stories. But it's true. It's a true
Yes.
story. So 5:00 in the morning, Mother's Day morning, I'm having a dream that Carson is coming into the room to wake us up because he had a sleepover in the girls' room. So they were all 3 and he was like on this little pillow mat in their floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a dream. I was having a dream. I was in the middle of this dream that Carson was coming into our room and trying to wake us up and tell Dusty that there is a cockroach in the bottom drawer of the dresser. And that we were both like, close the drawer, go back to sleep. So like he kept coming back into the room and telling us again. Then
Oh, no.
screaming happens.
Oh, no.
So I was like, I'm like, all these things are happening in my mind at the same time. I'm about to start yelling at Dusty, why couldn't you just get up and go get the cockroach? I thought I was having a dream. Is this not a dream? Was he really coming in here and telling us that there was a cockroach in the room? Like, I'm getting mad. What, like Dusty's already in the room handling whatever is being screamed at, but I'm like slowly, very groggily waking up, trying to stumble my way through the house to figure out what's going on and like getting really worked up in my head. There was a frog.
A frog?
There was a frog in the floor of their room.
Okay, there's a hole somewhere in your house.
There's
a
got
hole.
to be.
There's got to be a hole.
So that is on my list of things to do this week.
How
Is
does one
moving,
find a hole?
moving. I don't know. I'm gonna have to like move furniture
You need to, like,
around
set
in
off
their
a
bedroom
smoke
and
bomb
maybe, and then go stand
and then go
outside and
stand
where
outside?
wherever the.
That's how you
the
find a
sm-
hole in
yeah.
a tire.
I know.
Like, put it in the water.
Yeah, with bubbles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to make bubbles come out. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm gonna have to start moving some furniture around and actually like searching like
my
baseboards and around the windows and stuff. And then I need to go outside and do the same because, yeah, there was a frog in the room. She was screaming like crazy.
Maybe a smoke bomb outside. And
Oh,
see
maybe see
comes-
where it comes in on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a colored one, though. You would get color all over the walls.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do not do that.
No
I don't know. I mean,
colored
what
smoke
else?
bombs
How,
in the house.
how do you do that? How
So
do you
I
fix
don't
that?
know, but like literally, I was like, no one's going to believe this story because it is yet again another story about a creature being in my child's bedroom.
Oh my gosh. It's in their room. The hole is in their room.
The hole
So
is in their room somewhere.
look there first.
Yeah.
The rats left a hole.
The rats left a hole of some kind. Oh my goodness.
Next thing you know, it's going to be a cat.
Oh, no.
Eddie's going to be in your house.
Because you're going to bring him and drop him off.
No, okay.
No. Oh.
Y'all, I am slowly falling in love with this cat.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm excited to see him when I get home.
Oh.
He was just laying on my front doorstep the other day. Oh, and we have a bird. Yes. He's a barn swallow and he's
Aw.
super grumpy.
Oh, no.
But every night he comes and perches right underneath the eave of our house, like
Yeah.
right at the doorway. And so Eddie sleeps right there. Okay. Everyone needs to know. All right. If you have not been caught up with this, you have to know that I am severely allergic to cats.
Yeah.
Severely. So is Josh. And Tim has kind of developed an allergy over the years. He is a super cat person. I have never been a cat person. I have an appreciation for a cat video.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think that you can be a human and have a heart. And
I
not
like
have
all
an
of the videos
appreciation
where it
for a
sounds
cat
like they're
video.
talking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay. So, the people that had the house before us, left this precious cat named Eddie behind. They, I believe, had 11 cats in this house, and I did not know that until we moved in and I met the neighbors and they told me about the cats. And I've had an existential crisis about the state of the house and the fact that there were 11 cats in the house. And what, two or
Yeah.
three dogs? Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they saved Eddie. He was hit by a car. They saved him. They spent a lot of money to rescue him and put him back together. And then they left him. And it was unfathomable to me that they left him. He's the sweetest cat. He's old. And he truly believes this is his house. Obviously, because it was. It's more his house than it is mine. The neighbors, everyone in the neighborhood takes care of him. The neighbors have basically adopted him. He has an outdoor cat house. He gets fed wet food. He gets watered. He's like, he lives like a king outdoors, right? He's Simba.
Yeah.
But I can't actually touch him with my hands because I'll break out into hives and then my throat will close up and it'll just be a real bad mess. But we've developed a relationship. A
non-touch relationship.
A non-touching relationship. But now I'm starting to pet him with the bottom of my foot
Oh, yeah.
with my shoe.
Yes.
And we meow at each other. The other night, I was bored and I was looking to see if the barn swallow was underneath there. And if you turn on the light on the front porch or go out to get a package or go outside for any reason, once that little bird is under there, he will attack you.
Oh, no.
Yes. So our babysitter the other night, she had to duck and cover as she was running out the front door. I mean, we're talking, he's territorial and he is grumpy. And if you turn on the light, he will stare at the door like, why are you turning the light on? It is nighttime hours. No, sir. It's crazy. He has super attitude. I think we named him Benedict. Yes. Benedict Barnswallow.
I
He's
like
beautiful. So we have Benedict and we have Eddie, which I sometimes just say Edward
Yes.
when I want him to leave.
Yes.
But he just has been just laying out on my front walk and just exposing his belly and looking at me. And he came up to the door and started meowing. And I looked like through the ring, the doorbell.
Yeah.
I started meowing back and we had a full conversation. And Tim
That's
was
amazing.
like, he came inside because he was outside watering the lawn after the sun went down. And the Benedict tried to get him a couple of times, and he was like, I was just having a conversation with Eddie too. And he came inside and I was having a conversation through the doorbell with Eddie. And he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, pretty soon we're going to have more cats and they're all going to be outside. I was like, yeah, we're going to have cat trees everywhere. Just
Everywhere.
outside cats.
Outside cats. You should start putting cat trees along your fence line so that cats will go and like stay along the fence underneath the actual trees. And
know.
then maybe it'll keep the snakes away.
Right? Keep the snakes away.
Yeah.
Dude. It's funny. It's really funny. But I really was like, we were going to call animal control. Like, we don't want to call it. We're a rescue. We were going to call a rescue. We were looking for a solution. And because he was rushing the door every time anyone tried to come in and just leaning against the door. And the weather stripping around the door was so bad that it was just coming in. I couldn't sit in the living room if the wind was blowing because I would just close down. But he's so sweet. Even Dixie likes him. Like, they talk to each other through the door. She'll sniff at the door and then she'll go outside in the front yard and they'll just sniff each other and walk around in circles. And he'll just meow at her. And I'm like, man, I really like him.
Aww.
But he can't come inside. He just can't. He just can't.
No, he really can't.
No.
Man.
I know. But I do. I go outside and talk to him.
I
every
love
day.
that you are having this relationship with Eddie now, though.
I know. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
Josh will go out and call him.
Oh,
I know. But then we're like, oh, wait. You can't come close to me.
I want to talk to you, but that's as far as you can go. You
Yeah.
gotta stop right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just rammed my face into the microphone.
Anyway, that was a long conversation about Eddie. But that is Eddie, if I ever talk about Eddie. And now
Eddie's
we have a
cat,
new
the neighborhood cat,
yes, we have a new
and Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict. And he is a little dictator. He's a cute one though. He's very cute.
Oh,
But very grumpy. You know the grumpy bird?
yeah.
The picture of the grumpy bird? That's
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
I kind of want to stick around and
I know, right? He's super grumpy.
see him.
I would show you a picture of him, but we're using my phone.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Phone's over there. Because we're two moms with two phones.
I know. Two moms with two phones.
That's a sitcom right there.
Yeah.
Two moms with two phones. What will they do with them? On today's episode.
So in Olsen Land, we've got Eddie, Dixie, and Benedict. In Holliswood, we've got frogs, rats, and then we've got Sophie and Hank, and the chicken.
And the chickens and the hamster.
Oh, that's right, the hamster. I keep forgetting about the dadgum hamster.
So does everyone else.
So wait. The chickens' names are Jasmine,
Chickadee.
Chickadee,
Yes. And Cuckoo Loca.
and Cuckoo Loca. And
Yes.
the hamster's name?
Harry.
Harry.
Which Harry is named after one of the pirates from Descendants.
Oh, yeah.
Captain Hook's son.
Yes.
That is who he's named after. Yet, every single time I walk over to the cage, I put my face down and I say, "Hello, Harry."
Well, I just went to Harry and the Hendersons. In my mind.
I mean, there's a few of them. There are a few Harrys. So, I mean, take your pick, because
But
evidently it doesn't matter.
he gets forgotten.
He gets
Like-
forgotten.
Like Harry under the stairs.
Yeah. He's really quiet. He's not sociable at all in any way. So,
A perfect addition to
Yeah.
Holliswood.
yeah. Yep.
Is he sad that his brother died?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. He like ran in the wheel a lot. He doesn't run in the wheel really anymore. He goes through the little tube tunnel things, but yeah, right after the brother, who is Luke, right after the brother died, at first I really thought that Harry attacked Luke.
I mean, it's been known
But
to
then
happen.
also I read that like if they get a scratch on the inside
Right.
of their little cheek pocket, that
Yeah.
it could abscess and have that same.
Goner.
Yeah. So, I mean, 50-50, I'm not really sure exactly what it was, but the reaction that Harry had to having the cage to himself led me to believe that
It's possible
Possibly.
he killed him.
we had a Cain and Abel situation going on. Not really sure.
A Cain and Abel. Oh man, that's hilarious.
But rodents do really well in our house,
Yeah, they do.
especially when no one pays attention to them.
They're doing great.
Yeah, they do great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
things that belong outside do great.
they do. Yeah, they really do. Man, so last week we came to the close of one rat that got
Yes.
trapped in
The
the
close.
squirrel cage.
The close of one.
The close of the story of one rat that was trapped in the squirrel cage and then released
Released
later.
to its heavenly body.
Well, no, he lived.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Dusty
Well,
put him
that's
in the
nice.
back of his truck and went to an empty parking lot somewhere like downtown.
Maybe he's the rat that washes a couple times a week with soap.
Yes,
It's possible.
it's possible. There,
Y'all,
she
there's
sent
a
me
TikTok, of this little rat because they're super smart.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, they are.
basically an 8-year-old,
Yes.
right? And he
very
gets soap and he washes himself. He
cleanly
washes his little body.
rat.
He looks like he's taking a very thorough shower. And evidently, this same rat does it like three times a week.
Yeah.
They see him. He gets soap and he washes himself
Yeah.
right there.
You know what? It could be the same rat because he was trying to get into my soap.
it's oh my gosh, and he's got good taste.
Yeah. So
Y'all, it's him.
it's
got to be
it's him. That's my rat. So if you see the TikToks of the rat taking a shower,
It's probably your rat.
it's probably my rat.
Yep. Definitely.
The second rat
Wasn't so fortunate.
wasn't so fortunate. The
He's not
second rat is not showering. No. Went dormant for a while. Couldn't find it. It was no longer appearing on any of the cameras. Wasn't making any noises. Wasn't eating the food anymore. Like I was like, oh, maybe this one like is so devastated at the loss of its friend.
So devastated. It's true though.
Yeah.
He was sitting Shiva.
Yes. He's either in mourning, he has somehow left the house to try to go find him, or he's died of sorrow, of a broken heart. I don't know.
He's died of sorrow.
I don't know because he was quiet for a really long time. So, again, this is where I need a body cam.
You do. You so do.
So-
that's another
so
thing
here's what
on
happened.
the fundraising list is a body cam for Christy.
Dusty took the kids to the store.
Yeah.
Took all three of them
Oh
to the
yeah.
store.
Oh my gosh. It all flooded back from Marco Polo.
So-
oh. How
Well,
exciting.
okay, and I left my phone in the living room when this happened. So the watch was where it was at for this situation. So I'm laying on the couch trying to take myself a little nap or just relax
All text messages.
or whatever
Oh my gosh.
while they're gone, right? Because I've got at least an hour of them being gone, right? No trip to the store with 3 kids is going to last less than an hour.
Not at all.
So I'm like, yeah, I got an hour. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to lay down on the couch. I was probably watching Heartland. I don't really remember, but that's my go-to.
That's a safe bet.
Yeah. Especially if I'm like, I don't know what to watch. I don't know what to watch. And then I'm wasting all this time. Then I just turn on Heartland.
Yeah.
So I hear a crash from the kitchen. And I'm like, Hank? What is going on? I jumped up because then my second thought was there's a rat on the counter.
Which is crazy that has to be your second thought. It's so
I know.
sad.
It's still one of my thoughts when I
Yeah.
hear noises in the house. So I get up, I go look on the counter. Nothing has fallen on the counter. So I'm like, where did this sound come from? So I go back because Hank sleeps in, he may not have even been in the house at the time. If he was useless. So I go back and I'm like, I don't know. Hank, where are you? Where is Hank? Have no idea where he was. He wasn't back in his room. But some picture frames had fallen off the ledge.
Oh my gosh. No.
And that's when I see it. Like, see it with my own eyes running across the floor. From the desk that's under the little peek through window. Because we have a peek through window. So what they added on to our house. So the kitchen sink had the kitchen window, but they added on a master bedroom and like a sitting room, sunroom. And the sunroom is on the other side of the kitchen window. So they just like left it open. So the hole for the window is still there. They just kind of like framed it out and left it. So we have a desk that sits directly under that. And then my chair that I sit in for my quiet times is on the other side of this little sitting room. So I see from under the desk, it runs across to underneath my chair.
No, Jesus.
There's a little coffee table in there.
Yeah.
So I jumped up onto the coffee table and I was like, okay, I can handle this. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
I can do this. I've trained.
I've
trained so
do
hard
this.
for this.
So I've got my I went and got the Home Depot bucket. Yes. The Home Depot bucket, y'all. This is what we've like when we sat on top of the table.
She's like,
It was with the Home
this is
Depot
what we
bucket.
waited for.
This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for it to be not
can do
inside
this.
a hole.
I
can do this.
The whole time she's texting.
My
us.
heart is like pounding. My phone is still in the living room.
You're texting
And
us
I
on your
don't
watch,
want
though.
to leave because if I leave, it's going to go somewhere else, right?
I wish I had my phone right now so that I could look up
I know.
these text messages. They
know.
were so funny. I'm
So
reading them out loud to
I'm
Tim.
on my watch. No, Siri, I don't need you. Okay. So I'm on my watch. She keeps going off. So I don't know what's happening.
She's like, you keep saying watch.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up the messages and I'm speaking into it as quietly as I possibly can.
Oh my God.
And because I think we were in the middle of a back and forth conversation. So
Yeah.
it pops up on my watch and I'm reading it. And I'm responding back, y'all, it's the rat. I see the rat. I'm on top of the coffee table. I've got my Home Depot bucket. Nobody else is home. I'm just, if I leave the room, it's going to like get on my bed or something. I just know it. Like, I can't leave the room or it will move. I've got to keep my eyes on it. I can't let it get away. Like, I'm just standing here waiting. And then I send Dusty a message. I'm like, where are you? Like, I mean, I know where he is. He's at the store with the kids. I know exactly how long he's been gone. Not long enough to be done and be back home.
Gosh.
So I'm telling him, I've got the rat cornered. You have to come home. And he responds, he's like, oh, okay, well, we're almost done. We'll finish up. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I am standing on the coffee table with a Home Depot bucket waiting for it to come back out so I can trap it. You have to come home. Y'all, I don't know how long I was on top of that coffee table. And I kept like climbing around, like holding the bucket. I'm surprised I didn't kill myself. I was climbing around with the bucket, like trying not to step on the floor, like floor is lava all of a sudden. I don't know. And I can see it. Well, I couldn't see it so much as I could see its tail wrapped around the corner of my little table that's there next to
the
the chair. So I can see behind, like it's on one side of the table that I can't see, but its tail is wrapped around and I can see its tail on the other side. So I'm like, okay, it's there. It's there. It's there. So they finally get home. Dusty walks into the room and sees me on the table holding the bucket. Like, and I'm like, my knees are bent and I'm like kind of doing like, you know, the new mom bounce where you're swaying with the baby and like ready. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Whenever it moves, I am ready. And he sees me and he's like, you weren't kidding.
No.
Like, you're seriously standing on top of the coffee table with the Home Depot bucket. Like, yes. And I have been since I texted you. It'd probably been like half an hour at this point.
Oh
I don't even know. But I couldn't leave.
No.
I could not leave. Because if I left, then it would go and we would never find it again.
No.
So he takes the bucket and I go get the broom. So now I'm standing on the chair and he is on the table with the bucket. Actually, he wasn't on the table. He was just standing there, but he was like near the table. So my job is now to like shove the broom behind the table and get it to move and get it to run out from behind the little nightstand table thing. So it was an hour.
Oh my gosh.
We did this for an hour. We chased it all over our entire bedroom. It ran. So like I would shove the broom back there and it would take off running and he would throw the bucket and miss it by like a centimeter or something. It's a fast little sucker. And then it would run under the bed. So then I would have to get onto the bed or under, or, like either behind it and shove the broom behind the headboard to try to get it to run, or actually like get down, which was terrifying, y'all, because it was like a whole possum situation where, okay, if I poke it with a stick, it could lunge at me.
Yeah.
So I'm, on the floor trying to shove the broom, microphone, under the bed to get it to run back out. But I'm like, but it could come at me.
Yeah.
Like, no, it took an hour. We switched back and forth of who had the bucket and who had the broom. And I was really bad with the bucket.
Yeah.
I was really bad with the bucket.
Doesn't surprise me.
It was a little upsetting, But I was really bad with the bucket because I was like in the in between of like being scared of it running at me and then like delayed throwing of the bucket. So Dusty finally, literally after an hour, catches the rat
Wow.
in the bucket.
Wow.
So then I'm thinking, okay, but now we've got this rat inside the bucket. Like,
What are you going to do?
how do we do this? And he was like, I got it by the neck. Like its head was already on the other side of the bucket when he came down with the bucket. Like he barely got it. But he broke its neck with the bucket. So the rat is now dead. And the kids are all in the other room waiting for us to catch the rat so they can see it.
Oh my gosh.
So we have to tell them that the rat is dead.
Oh no.
They were very upset because it has become, the house rat,
Right. The house rat.
the wall pet.
The wall pet.
It's become the wall pet.
Oh my gosh. Title of this podcast?
So, wall pets. So
Wall pets in Holliswood.
right.
Yeah.
Annabelle was very upset.
Yeah.
She was,
They had a thing.
yeah, they had a special relationship. The rat didn't know about it, but
No, but maybe. I mean,
So-
she did draw pictures.
she did draw pictures. Those pictures are now on the hamster cage.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, it's the decoration for the hamster cage so that he has artwork.
That's great.
So around 8:30 that evening, we end up having a funeral in the backyard for the house rat.
The house rat funeral.
The house rat funeral.
You do have pictures of that.
I do have pictures of Dusty digging a hole and the kids standing around the hole saying goodbye to the rat.
Oh my gosh. What do you even do with that?
Thus ending the Rat Chronicles of Holliswood. It was it was an ordeal.
Yeah.
It was a long-lasting ordeal. But it ended. It was finally over. And I will not discuss moving furniture and everything that I found.
No.
After I was like, oh, I wonder if it's been living over here now since I haven't heard it in the wall. Yes, it was. It was
Yeah.
living under my chair.
Yeah.
And you could tell that a rat had been living under the chair when you moved the chair.
Yes, and it was good that COVID had still stolen your smell.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. What an ordeal. Ordeal, word of the day.
Right. Let's say it again.
Let's do it.
Ordeal. It was ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous. And the kids were so sad because we caught one and let it go. And they just fully expected that that was going to happen again. We tried. We tried really hard
You tried
for a catch and
so
release
hard.
process, and it just didn't happen. But obviously, because I apply everything to a life lesson of some form, my topic for today in the Rat Chronicles of Choose Your Own Adventure,
Yes.
catch and release.
Ooh, love it. Writing it down so that I don't forget it and have to write you and say what.
Yeah, now that we're like 40 minutes in, I'll talk fast. No, I really will. It's simple. One of the single most used scriptures of all time.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians 10:5. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ.
Boom.
This is one of the things that I struggle with the absolute most. And I think I think I've probably touched on it over the last couple of weeks. I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better at recognizing when it's in there, but it's been in there for a little while. But even though this is one of the most discussed scriptures in sermons and books and all kinds of other things, I have never understood it. It's never worked. I've heard it explained in so many different ways. And it's just never clicked in a good way. Ever. Like someone described it as like if you're chewing up something that doesn't taste good, you don't keep chewing it and swallow it, you spit it out. Like, oh, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Well, no, it's like 3 weeks before I know that I'm chewing on something and swallowed it. That sounds not good. Anyway, it's still like, even though it's a very like conscious thing in the front of my mind, like take your thoughts captive, Christy. Come on. Like I've got it written on Post-it notes everywhere. Like it's on the refrigerator. Take your thoughts captive. It's on my bathroom mirror. Like, take your thoughts captive, Christy. What are you thinking about? Like, no, like it just.
But you first have to realize that what you're thinking is not from the Lord and that it's from the enemy.
Right.
And that sometimes takes a long time.
Yes.
It's an intrusive thought.
Yes.
And it's like these rats, they invaded your space and you didn't even realize that it was happening. But once you started seeing the evidence of the rats being there, you had to seek it out.
Yes.
And then you had to hunt it down.
Yes.
And then you had to trap it.
Yes.
And you had to kill it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to today's podcast. No, but seriously,
But
though.
it's not always obvious, like with a big Post-it that says, I'm an intrusive thought.
Right.
Take me captive.
Yes.
Put me at the feet of Jesus. No, it's not like that.
No.
It's like, this is fact in your head. Immediately, it's like, oh, this is a fact. It comes in and it's like, oh, this is truth.
Yes.
And so you struggle with it and you struggle with it and you struggle with it. And then you start to see fruit of that intrusive thought.
Yes. And most of the time, it's not until I see the fruit of the thought before I know that it's even there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a wall pet.
It's a wall pet. It's a wall pet. It only comes out at, certain times.
It's a gremlin.
You think that you hear something there.
Yeah.
But you're like, what is that? I don't know. It's an old house. There's a lot of creaks.
And holes.
Yeah. And even for a long time with the rats, like there were no droppings.
Yeah.
There were no signs. There was no fruit of the intrusive thought. And it takes a while. For me, that seems to happen more often than any other situation. It takes a while. And I have to start seeing the fruit of the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like exactly like you said. Like I have to start seeing, like, why am I so bitter towards Dusty?
Right. And then you have to.
Why do I feel like we are in a
root.
huge fight
Yeah.
that he is completely unaware of?
Yes. Yeah. Why are we having two completely different days?
Yes.
Like, we've been together.
I'm
all
living
day.
one relationship and he's living a completely different relationship. And why is he so satisfied with our relationship right now? Because
Yeah.
there's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Is there a huge problem?
Where is this coming from?
Where is this coming from?
Let me find this root. I know it's a totally different metaphor, but it works.
Yeah. They all work. They all mesh together.
Yeah. Follow the string.
Yes.
Some end is unraveled. Where?
Now I'm picturing like myself walking around in my brain following this string.
Yeah.
Because it
It got
does. Like it
caught on
starts with this.
something.
And what did it start with? And then it led to here. And then it led to here. And now there's this whole situation that's happening.
Yeah.
I'm yelling at my kids. Why? They didn't even do anything.
First of all, how did I get the bitterness sweater on?
Right.
Secondly, what did it get caught on?
Yes.
Let's find it. Yeah.
I'm coming unraveled at the seams, but why?
Yeah.
And where did it come from? And I've got to follow it back.
You have to retrace your steps.
Yes.
Figure out where that started.
Yeah.
Where you put it on.
Yes. And sometimes, at that point, like I don't even know.
You picked it up and put it on because you were cold at some point.
Yes.
When did you get cold?
Don't know.
Yeah.
But I did finally hear like
The intrusive thought.
the intrusive
Wait,
yeah,
the intrusive thought was the cold draft of air.
the cold draft of air coming in the house. Yes.
We had to trace it back.
And that's entirely accurate. Probably for some point, one of my trains of thought probably came from, how are all these rats getting in my house? Dusty, go fix the holes. Why don't you just go fix the holes already? Which he did. And then they got trapped inside.
Yeah.
The rats got trapped inside the house and they couldn't get back out.
But now the frogs are finding a way in.
Now the frogs are finding a way in.
Right.
The only picture that I've seen of the taking the thoughts captive and submitting them to the truth of the word was Jimmy Evans. And like the picture that he gave was, you've got your thought. You are taking it to Jesus and showing it to him and saying, hey, do I need to keep this or throw it away?
Mm.
And then he listens to the thought and tells you, that's not my thought. Throw it away.
That's good.
Yeah. Ooh, hey. That was the first picture of taking your thoughts captive that I have ever heard that made sense and allowed me to process the thoughts
Yeah.
and start to get rid of them. Because I think all of the other ones, okay, yeah, I'm taking them captive. Taking it captive, just
Now I
like
have
the
a
rats.
cage.
We
I have a
plugged
cage
up
of all
all
of
the
these.
holes and we took those rats captive.
I have a cage of thoughts
What do we
now.
do with them now?
I can still see them.
They're right there. Give them some food and water while they wait to go be released at some point in the future. Don't know
Yeah.
when that will be because I captured them.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love taking this thought and every thought and saying, Jesus, is this from you?
Yeah.
Showing it to him.
Because who knows better than Jesus? Does
Yeah.
this line up with your word, God?
Exactly. I love that.
Did you put this thought in my brain or not?
I don't think that there's a better one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy Evans, thank you. Because literally, I struggled and struggled and struggled with, okay, I've got the thought captive, but it's still there. Yeah, I've got the thought captive and it does not hold up to the truth of God's word.
Now what?
Now what?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So they all just stayed there
Yeah.
because I literally didn't know what to do with it. Okay, I took that thought captive. I don't think it lines up to the truth of God's word. So that is an untrue thought. And it just stayed in my mind as here's an untrue thought that doesn't line up with God's word, along with all of the other thoughts. No wonder my brain doesn't function.
It's true.
Gotta like clean it out. Just like, defragment and update on the computer. And then maybe the program would run smoothly.
Probably not.
Probably not. But my brain could.
Your brain could, for sure. Yeah. Because
Get
this is
rid of them.
Man-made. That's God-made.
Yes, exactly. Way better.
Way better. I love it.
So catch and release, but in the middle, hold it up to Jesus.
Yes.
And then release.
Let
it go.
Let that thing out.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to it.
No.
Don't put it in a cage that you can still
Nope.
see. Even if you cover it up, you know it's there.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Nope.
No, you have to empty the trash.
You don't
It's like
let it
on
live
your
in your
laptop.
house and then catch it and then
Yeah.
hold on to
You
it.
put it in the trash can, and if you don't empty that trash can out, it's still going to bog your computer down.
Yep.
Because the memory is still being used.
Yeah.
Get it out.
Yeah.
Dump it.
I mean, we went for months and months and months with these rats living in our walls.
Yeah.
We became attached to them.
You know what? This is the perfect use for a dumpster fire.
Yes.
Take it.
Yes.
Throw it away.
Throw it in the dumpster fire.
Set it on fire.
Yeah.
Light a match. Watch it burn. Walk away.
I can't place it in my mind, but I know it.
Because she probably threw it away.
I probably threw that away.
It went out the door with the rats. When she was sweeping up the rat.
You're going to have to tell me later.
What? Hey.
With those words, it's like a song or a...
Light a match, let it go. Light a match, watch it burn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's everywhere.
Anyone specifically. I'm thinking there's
Bueller.
something specific. Bueller. We're going to go through all of the classics today, aren't we?
We are.
So yeah, don't let the thing come in. Trap it by closing up all the outside holes,
Yes.
and then let it live there for a while. Eat your food. Become a part of your family. And then catch it.
Let it be a house pet.
Let it be a house pet.
No.
And then you catch it. You have to go through the process of holding it up to the truth and actually releasing it and getting it out of your house.
Yeah. It'd be really awesome, though, if you did identify it right away.
It would. And I am.
Sometimes you
I'm
can.
getting a
There
lot
are
better.
sometimes. Yes.
Yes.
The more practice you have, the more you know. Here's the thing. The cleaner your house is, this is true.
It's true.
The cleaner your house is,
Yes.
the quicker you know when something's out of place.
Yes.
My mom is going, that's right. I can hear
you
her
go.
right now. Okay, Becky, got it. But the cleaner your house is, the faster you know when something is out of place, right? If everything is where it's supposed to be and you know and you have it's been cleaned and all the trash is gone,
Yep.
then when something comes in that doesn't belong and then it is not of the Lord,
Yeah.
and you're in this, you're practiced up. No,
It works.
what is it?
we
You've
make up
trained
our
for
own
it.
language.
Thank you.
On
You've
this
You've
podcast.
trained for this.
Yes.
If you are trained up and you know,
Yes.
then it's going to be easier. I am
Right.
not saying that it's not going to, sometimes something big is going to knock you down.
Yes.
And it's going to gnaw at you for a while before you realize that you've
Right.
been gnawed at. And then you're going to have to retrace that thread of that bitterness sweater or that unforgiveness sweater that you're wearing that you didn't realize you even put on.
Right.
But if you take the time to retrace it, the Lord's going to show you where you caught a snag and where you put it on. And it's like, oh, okay. I'm going to take it off now and burn the sweater because
Yes.
I don't want this unforgiveness.
Yes.
I don't want this bitterness. I'm putting it in the dumpster and I'm lighting it on fire and I'm going to walk
Yes.
away and drop a mic.
Yep.
Every colloquial saying that we can come up with.
So the
to
title
make it
of today's episode will be The One with the Metaphors.
the one with all the metaphors. That's it.
That's it.
That's
The
our
one-
whole podcast.
The one with
though.
all the metaphors.
The one with all the metaphors.
But one of them will catch and one of them will hit home.
on fire.
And a different one for everybody.
Yes. It's going to be a dumpster fire, but it's going to be called catch
Yeah.
and release.
We'll put a fishing rod on it.
But
just to throw it all off.
Dumpster fire, I'm going to put a little sweater with a snag.
Yeah.
I'm going to put
You put someone fishing in the dumpster fire.
a Home Depot bucket.
Yes.
Um,
Hey, if you don't have a Home Depot bucket,
need a Home
you
Depot
need
bucket.
a Home Depot bucket.
My aunt just bought me all these gardening tools because I was I've become very deep into horticulture. Who knows
Yeah.
why? But
Because you can.
yeah, it's become a thing. And she gave me all the things in a Home Depot bucket. And when Tim came home, he goes, "You got your own Home Depot bucket?" I was like, "Yeah, I did. That's mine. That's mine. It's a big deal.
Now you're a homeowner.
It's mine." Yesterday, I came home from taking Josh to school and got hyper fixated and ended up for 2 hours just cutting down tree limbs. But I wasn't being safe about it. I was in my pajamas with my huge,
Loppers.
yeah, things. My arms hurt so bad today. And I'm like underneath the tree branch that I'm cutting down, doing it, going, I should probably not be underneath it while I'm cutting it.
Yeah.
But then just kept doing it, kept repeating the process over and over. There's definitely a podcast in that. I have to say, there may be a shift in our content because I have so many thoughts. I have one yesterday. I was about to just go and do a live, but I was like, I'm not going to be able to hold my phone up in the right angle. I'm going to have to wait until Christy comes and we're going to have to go out in the backyard and do a video. But I don't know that I'm going to do that. But yes, the Lord is definitely stirring some things while I'm out there in the yard. And I'm like, oh gosh, we're about to become gardening talk. Who knows?
We'll have a whole series. Like the Rat Chronicles have come to an end and garden
The
talk.
Reluctant Gardener with Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although when I shared my story of doing unsafe things with hedge clippers, Christy was like, oh yeah, I did the same thing while standing on the chicken coop, holding onto the fence as it was falling down. And I was like, okay, well, we are very alike.
Yeah.
It never fails.
You probably could have reached the limb that I was trying to cut though. I'm just standing on the ground.
It's true. I was just trying not to get spiders everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's another time,
It is.
another day.
Next week.
Probably.
The Reluctant Gardener.
The Reluctant Gardener next week. Although I'm not really reluctant. I'm pretty excited
She's very excited. I
About
don't know
all
why
the
you
things.
used the word reluctant.
just because. Tim went, because he has to cook a lot. I plan it and he cooks it. And he calls himself the reluctant chef because he hates cooking. Yeah.
I like that. That's how I feel about it also.
Yeah. So it just happened because I wasn't like gung ho about it, but now I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of cooking, I need to go get a crock pot started. So because I forgot. And I promised Josh his favorite meal after his first day of the STAR test. I'm surprised we didn't talk about that, but we didn't. So
There's so much to talk about this week.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
We are praying for our babies.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking the STAR test today, tomorrow, and then on the 17th. It's fine. Everything's fine. Totally fine. Yep.
Yep.
It's great.
Hey, I wore my shirt today.
Hey, it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
I was going to wear my shirt today. Oh, you put tacos on yours.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I did tacos and coffee on mine, and then I didn't like it.
I need a tacos and coffee one.
Is tacos and coffee not on yours?
No, mine's just Jesus, laughter, and sisterhood.
Oh. Because I did tacos and coffee on mine, and then I didn't like it. I was like, it's too much.
I like how much longer it is.
Oh, true.
I have a longer torso than you do.
It's true.
My shirt says, because Mama said so.
Accurate.
Accurate.
Hashtag truth.
3 years, you guys. 3 years.
We gotta
5
celebrate.
seasons. We needed a balloon. Why didn't we?
I know. I have a 4 balloon.
I have a 9 right there. I have a 2 because I have 2021 and I have 2022. So I have all of those numbers.
Oh. We could have just put a plus sign between the 2 and the 1.
Right. Oh, well. I do have still all of the balloons that I ordered for our New Year's party that we never had
Oh.
for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So when we do have a New Year's party, we're
going to do all of them. All of them in one night.
Yes. We should just put them all.
We should.
We should then just put X's over each year and then 2023.
I like it.
Or we should just have a New Year's party in the middle of the summer.
That works too.
Yeah.
Who says it has to be on New Year's?
We'll just do it all.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah. It's no big deal. Anyway, we love you guys.
We do. Take your thoughts captive this week. Show them to Jesus and ask him, do I need to hang on to this? And if he says no, let him take it from you. Leave it at his feet instead of taking it back with you.
Yeah. Or if he tells you to put it in a dumpster and set it on fire.
Put it in a dumpster and set it on fire.
The dumpster fire lit.
Let the Holy Spirit rain fire down.
Fire.
And ignite the dumpster.
Yes. Yeah. I'm loving the image of a dumpster fire, so I can't let it go. So
that's what we were going to do for our pictures.
I know. We still haven't done it.
We still haven't done it.
No. Now it's hot.
I think we need to find out whether or not we can actually light a dumpster on fire to take a picture.
Well, we weren't going to actually light a dumpster on fire. We were going to do smoke bombs.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
We had a whole thing.
We did.
Yeah.
We still need to do it.
Anyway, follow us on social media at Send Help Podcast. Go to our website, thesendhelppodcast.com, and go to YouTube and follow us, please.
Yeah.
At Send Help Podcast. And go to our Send Help Friends page on Facebook. Make sure that you are following there and that you are friends with us there so that we can tag you when we go live so that we can have conversations.
Yes.
Because we want to be able to have conversations with
we
you.
like
and
to
tag
talk to
you.
y'all.
Okay, guys, we love you, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I will sing the truth into the dark. I will use my fighting words. Oh, fighting words. Oh, I'm so tired.